Great news everyone, it's the news a lot of us wanted to know. The iPhone 13 models are going to be getting bigger batteries inside. We've also had another confirmation of a 120Hz refresh rate screen, and I want to share all these details with you and the latest on the iPhone 13 release date and price with a summary of everything we know so far. So we are super excited with the news that the iPhone 13 or even the 12s is finally getting the upgrades it deserves over the iPhone 12 models. With WWDC 2021 and the amazing new features in iOS 15 or iPhone OS 15, the 2021 iPhone software looks to be amazing. But what about hardware? So as per usual in these videos, I go over the latest hardware leaks that we've heard recently and do a summary of all the features of everything we know about the latest iPhone models that we've been given previously. It's a bit like getting pieces of a jigsaw together and every so often reviewing the picture at that stage. But anyway, let's start with the release date. This year in 2021, we're expecting an end September, early October launch of all 4 iPhone 13 models. Now, right away, you're probably wondering, how on earth have we got to this conclusion? Well, it's quite simple and logistic really when you think about it. Let's do a quick summary of how we have got here by doing a tiny summary of the last 10 years of iPhone model release dates. If we go way back to the iPhone 4S in 2011, this classic iPhone came out on October 14th, 2011. Then skip a year to 2012 with the iPhone 5, it was September the 21st, 2012. Then let's skip a few years ahead to say 2016, where it was the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus release year, where we had a release date of September 16th. Then in 2019, we saw the release date of the iPhone XS or the XS on September 21st and the XR or the XR on October 26th. And last year, for example, with the iPhone 12 models release dates, they were from October 23rd to November 13th. Now, mainly you can see the release dates have been an end September to end October, with the main exception of last year, where it was a bit unusual for the iPhone 12 due to COVID. We had a bit of delay on the release of the models. However, if the pandemic dies down, we expect an Apple event in September for the iPhone 13 models with a release of mid-October compared to the delayed launch what we had in 2020. We will also see other events for other Apple products like the MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch, AirPods and loads more. And if you want more info about these products, do check out my other videos on this channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell to get the latest news on them. For price, I'll get onto in the mo for each of the models. But first, let's talk about that new leak about the battery sizes for the iPhone 13 models. So according to Twitter user at Love to Dream, an Apple leaker with a high success rate in recent years, they're claiming that the batteries in the different iPhone 13 models will range from a 2406 mAh to 4352 mAh battery size, with the largest found in the iPhone 13 Pro Max, representing an 18% increase in size compared to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But I think the easiest way to do this to show you guys how the comparison looks like between the two models of the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 13 batteries is to do a comparison chart. So looking here, starting with the iPhone 13 model on the left and the 13 mini to begin with on the left and then the iPhone 12 mini on the right, we have a bigger battery from 2227 to 2406 milliamps. Then for the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro models, as they're the exact same size in body shape and the screen size as well. For example, the 12 and the 12 Pro have a 2815 mAh battery, and the 13 and the 13 Pro will have a 3095 mAh battery size. Then finally, the iPhone 13 Pro Max will get a boost from its 3687 milliamps on the 12 to 4352 milliamps on the 13 Pro Max. Just to put things into perspective even more, the longest battery life iPhone to date is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and that had a 3969 milliamp battery inside, and the 13 Pro Max will have a 4352 milliamp battery inside, and it will also have that A15 chipset, which will be even more efficient, so drawing less power than the A13 that is inside the 11 Pro Max. But then there is another leak to confirm at least the iPhone 13 Pro Max battery size. Ice Universe has even confirmed that on his latest leak, what can be seen here, that the iPhone 13 Pro Max will have that bigger size battery and also have a 120Hz display, but mentions if you switch it down to a 60Hz display, then the battery life is going to be amazing. Just to confirm what Apple means here, we believe Apple will be able to control the screen refresh rate like what recent Android flagships have done, where they're able to control the refresh rate from 120Hz down to 10 or even 1 Hz, depending on activity or content that is being shown on the screen. So I wouldn't be too worried if you think that 120Hz will drain your battery unless you're looking at 120Hz content all day for this to happen. So next, let's talk about the iPhone 13 model prices, and the best way to do this is give you a summary of what we know so far for all the models. So let's begin with the smallest iPhone, what's going to come out, the iPhone 13 mini. It will have a 5.4 inch LTPO OLED display, what is different from the OLED display what's been in the iPhone 12s. It will have a resolution though of 2340 by 1080, and it will be a 60Hz refresh rate screen. It will come with the options this year with 128GB, 256GB and 512GB. There will be that new A15 Bionic with 5G connectivity inside it, 4GB of RAM, and the main body will be made out of aluminium. On the rear, again, just like the iPhone 12, we will have a dual camera setup. The prices start with the base model of 128GB for $699 and go all the way up to 512GB for $849. Moving next onto the iPhone 13, it will have a 6.1 inch LTPO OLED display, and its resolution for that will be 2532 by 1170, and again it will have a 60Hz refresh rate display. Again, the storage options are very similar to the 13 mini, 128GB, 256GB and a 512GB storage option. Again, we'll get the A15 Bionic with 5G connectivity, 4GB of RAM, aluminium body, dual camera setup on the back, and this time for the base model, the 128GB model, it will start at $799 and go all the way up to $949 for the 512GB storage option. Next is the iPhone 13 Pro, and things start to change a bit here. Again, it will be a 6.1 inch LTPO OLED display, and it will have a resolution of 2532 by 1170. However, this time it will come with a ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate display on this iPhone. The storage options are changed a bit as well. You'll get 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, and also for the first time a choice of a 1TB storage option. There'll be an A15 Bionic again inside with 5G connectivity, 6GB of RAM this time, and also the body will be made out of a stainless steel frame body. On the back, you'll get a triple camera setup and LiDAR sensor similar to the iPhone 12 Pro, and then for the price, the starting price for the 128GB model will be $1,049, and then the new 1TB option at the other end of the scale will be $1,549. Then moving on next to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it will come with a 6.7 inch LTPO OLED display, and the resolution of that will be 2778 by 1280. Again, it will have that ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate display, and again the storage options similar to the Pro. It'll be 128GB, 256GB, 512, and also that new 1TB storage option. Again, A15 inside with 5G connectivity, 6GB of RAM, the stainless steel frame body similar to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and again a triple camera setup and the LiDAR sensor again like the Pro Max for the 12. Storage options start for the 128GB at $1,149 all the way up to the 1TB option, what is $1,649. And that is a summary of the model so far. As per usual, I'll be keeping you updated of all the details of all the new iPhones up until its launch time. So don't forget, if you have liked this video, to press the like button, and of course to hear the latest iPhone news, Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please do hit that subscribe button followed by the bell. Until next time guys, see ya!